everybody. My name is Seth Anderson, and I'm here at the Browmart Theater, the historic Browmart Theater in downtown Iron Mountain with Evan Blagec. We are here to talk about a show that I have written and am directing, of all things, for Mr. Black Presents. It's called A Very Special Episode. It's coming to Venue 906 on August 28th and 29th. You can get your tickets right here, right now on the Mr. Black Presents website. And we're here to talk about the show from a technical standpoint. I wanted to mention, if you're just hearing about this show and you don't know anything about it, it's a murder mystery set on a TV show set. So we have to build a TV show set with this. Mm-hmm. People coming to Venue 906 at the end of August here are going to be going in there as if they are the studio audience for a show that is going to be recorded live in front of their eyes, and hijinks will ensue.
Yep, spoiler alert, people die.
People will start falling down and not getting up.
Not getting back up.
They will not be getting up on that TV set. So, and this is the second video in our series promoting this crazy show. I am, I think, the first person that you've let direct a show in the Mr. Black.
Why do you keep saying it like that?
Yeah.
I'm like this is some box of toys that is mine that I'm letting other people play with.
You have an iron grip on the. But
no, that's been the intention of Mr. Black Presents from the beginning, was to give creative people an opportunity to do creative things.
Yeah. So here we are, and we'll see how it goes, huh?
I would say so far it's going really well.
It's going real well. I think you said to me early on, you understand the assignment. That was one of the great first pieces of feedback that I got. And I was like, okay, we're on track. But I've had to ask, is it a Mr. Black show? And I think that what a Mr. Black show is now expanding in a cool way. So I brought you this challenge. Among other things, after you reading the script and me asking, is it good, do you like it? Getting past all of that, I said, can we build this thing? Can we build a TV set that looks like it's something right out of 1995? And you didn't bat an eye. And I'd like to know what your thinking was when I asked that and when you read it.
Yeah. So partially I didn't bat an eye because I'm a psychopath.
Yeah,
and
that's a given.
And I'm a creative glutton for punishment. No, I think from the very beginning, one of the things that I've always appreciated about the Mr. Black shows as a whole is that we have always taken on creative challenges, right? But usually it's in opposite directions. Like with Skeldmare, it was very much, what if our main character cannot leave a 4-foot circle and no other character can go within it? What if, for the Guilty Ones, it was, what if this set never changes? It's just, and it's not even a fun set to look at. It's 6 people chained to a concrete wall, and that's the whole show. The lighting doesn't change, nothing changes.
Yeah, so restrictions and things like that.
We like those creative restrictions, and I think that this is a creative obstacle in another direction, where instead of how small and simplistic can we make this and make it feel like more, it's this big grand idea, this big grand set that I'm thinking back to when we did Sweeney Todd, where I'm like, holy crap, we have to build a full-size set again.
Yeah, I remember that. That was one of the earliest shows. There were a lot of moving parts in that too.
And there's a lot of moving parts in this one as well. So technically this show is heavy. This is an interesting conversation because usually I'm asking you these questions. So when you brought me the script, the first thing that I thought about, besides from the fact that wow, this is really good and I'm glad you wrote this because I never could have, aside from that, it's the truth. Aside from that, I was like, okay, this is a technically heavy show. And also the set cannot be small because the cast is not small, right? Between the family, we have TV mom, TV dad, TV daughter, TV boyfriend, TV aunt. 5 actors on set all the time, moving throughout the space. Visible. Sometimes there's 5 of them in one place at one time. And on top of that, we've got 3 or 4 or 5 actors on the floor playing the director, the producer, the PA. You're in the control booth, things like that. Yeah. So, and we have to pack all of this into Venue 906. So I'm going to talk about it from a couple aspects. The first is going to be the set, right? How do we make, like you said, a TV set look like it came out of 1995? And I think one of the big things that I did was lean on you. You've been on TV sets, right? You worked on Hell's Kitchen. You've been in some of these places. What do these TV sets look like? And you said something to me that I thought was really important. Is you said they're always smaller than it seems like they are.
Yeah, it doesn't look. It's a strange thing because the apparatus around it is bigger, like everything around it is, but that little space of reality that is the show you always watch always seems like this little box on a soundstage.
Yeah.
You know, and I wanted to think about that for this, that it, you know, everything is focused on this point.
Yeah.
You know?
So when I talked to you about the living room, right? So there's 2 sets. If you haven't watched the first video that came out last Friday, Seth and I went over a lot of this already, but this is the technical detail of it. Is we have the living room set, which is 16 by 12, and then right next to that we have the bedroom set. They share a wall in the center because the TV set would, and they share a wall. And in that next set is Addison Pinsky's bedroom.
Her bed, yeah.
So that's a
bedroom.
Teenage bedroom. Clarissa explains it all.
Yes.
Dawson's Creek kind of bedroom.
Yep.
And that is a 12 by 12 set. Right. But then we had to think about, okay, if it's a living room, there's going to be a door going outside. There's going to be a door going somewhere else. You decided it was the kitchen. Most people have stairs in their living room going somewhere.
It goes into the Golden Girls' kitchen.
Yep.
And giving us visuals for how it could go kind of helped a little bit too, right? Like,
absolutely.
We keyed in on the Roseanne. At this point, the Roseanne living room is kind of our sweet spot.
Yep.
Yeah. So
and the sets is the way we always design them, like the Guilty ones and these other sets, is they're in 4-foot by 8-foot panels, and these panels get screwed together. So from the back, they're just 2x4 walls with unfinished wood or sheetrock or something on the back, and the front is painted and dressed and set, right?
Right.
As the facade. So I think with this set we had I counted 18 or 19 4x8 panels required to just build the frame of the set. That's not including the stairs and the railing and then all the set dressing. So my wife Paula is currently working on the prop management of it, and okay, now we need a couch, we need a bed, so you got a living room, you need a couch, you need a chair, you need a rug, you need wall coverings, you need floor coverings, you need lights, you need how does this all look?
Right.
And getting all those pieces together and getting those in there. So that's the set as a whole. One thing, and then that set also, though, the show expands out from that set.
It goes into the behind-the-scenes element of this, which is a theme of the show.
You speak to that part because you know about that much better than I do. Video Village and Control and all of that.
So the concept of the TV set, and I think the first act of the show is called The Content Machine or something like that. And I thought, I want people to go in there understanding what I saw when I was working in TV a long time ago. Is that it feels like this is where you churn out these shows, this kind of machine. And so it's not, like I said, it's not just that little set that's in the middle that's the focus of all the attention, it's all of the activity around it, which I think a lot of people are familiar and kind of have an understanding, especially if you've seen Saturday Night Live, you get this understanding of the crew a little bit more and how they kind of build little skits for the sets, But I wanted to make sure you had that apparatus in the show too. So the 2 cameras, and a live video feed, which we call the Video Village, which within the industry is usually that bank of monitors that the director or producer is there as the show is being recorded, is watching live. And I wanted to just say that's part of watching it too. So you can watch everything going on the set you just talked about, but you also have another way of watching this murder mystery on the screens that we're going to have. To the right of the stage, I think, is what we've got right now as you're looking at it. So you really get a full experience of more or less what it's like to go to watch a TV show get shot anywhere, New York, LA, whatever. And then blurring that as things start to fall apart within the show is the excitement of, I think, the juice of this thing. It's really exciting when this starts,
And I think that's another thing to bring up too, is now the set has come, it's the set the actors use when our Mr. Black actors are playing characters in this. It's TV Inception.
It's like a nested doll.
Yeah.
But it's like all of that sounds complicated when we talk about it, but it all kind of just comes out in the it all kind of makes sense right away.
Yeah.
Like when you watch it, you're just like, oh yeah, okay. We're watching them start to perform this, which you would do in real life. You'd see the actors go into character, and so that kind of sense of believability and that sense of okay, do I understand exactly what's going on at any given time? Kind of starts to make sense right away as we see the actors go.
Yeah.
But we wanted that kind of those many dimensions like you're talking about.
And hats off to our actors because I only have to play one character with one name. in this. So like my part is far more simple than some of these other actors. And so hats off to our actors for being able to handle that, because it's a lot. And so that set needed to pull off into the audience space. We always want to spend some time in that audience space. So Video Village is a piece of that. And it was really, if I can say anything that I was like, oh, that's going to be easy, and I love that. The one thing that I very much felt that about was it's a TV set. So what we've always done with Mr. Black shows is you want to hide the cords and the unfinished pieces and the lighting rigs and the camera parts and the technical pieces. This one, you're going to see light rigs. You're going to see studio lighting on the side of the stage. You're going to see cables running across the floor. You're going to see monitors and things moving. You're going to see camera people on scaffolding.
It's all inside out. Right? Yeah, that's why I had like the first thing was like me and Jen Queen's character are taping cables down. Just want you to see the whole apparatus. Like, and that's,
And it builds that Mr. Black theme of full immersion. When you walk into Venue 906, you're going to go, holy crap, these psychos built a TV set in the middle of Venue.
And we're going to record the show.
And we're going to physically record the show.
And presumably we could package it based on as a TV show and you could watch it.
Maybe. If all the technical pieces work right.
We're not just, that's like bonus.
So that's another thing to talk about with this too, is technically. That's just and when I say technically heavy, I'm not talking about building the set. That is just the facade, right? And I should say just, because that in itself, I think when everybody walks in and looks at that, they're going to go, holy crap, these people are out of their mind.
That's fun.
And I love that, right? Going above and beyond. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. Moderation is for cowards. So we are going to send it on that regard. Now, when I say technically heavy, though, I mean like we have lighting cues that are changing constantly. We have sound cues going back and forth.
Well, there's the
we have monitors.
Track, the laugh track, you've got, prompts like that.
Well, we also have lighting changes. We have monitors that are going to be flashing different video feeds or different things at different times. There's aspects of that where the characters are interacting with the technology. And what does that mean? So, I think it's wonderful that you're the one that's going to be sitting in the production booth running all of those technical aspects of it, and there's other pieces of it. Right. You did that to yourself.
Right.
So when you're back there, like, I hate this, I'm like, you did this to you. You did this.
It all works in my head.
Yeah, that's all you really need, right? And also too, there's other pieces of it as well. We talked about Mike Adam in our first video, but Mike, you might see Mike at the show, but Mike is not going to be in character. We have to film everything with Mike ahead of time, and his whole part is going to be happening on a television the audience is watching during the show.
Right, and we have other fun things like we've got the opening titles.
Which we're filming our own opening titles for Like It or Not, We're Family. We have an original theme song.
We've got one character who is a mega influencer, and we're going to have some fun with that. So there's all kinds of little things where it's like, we had to kind of contain it after a while because we were getting to the point where we were going to shoot
do commercials.
It was like, we'll get there, but like
if you are one of the venues in the immediate area that would like to host a very special episode in the future, let us know, because we're going to film some commercials.
The show keeps expanding like that if we want it to. But it was like all these fun ideas started to kind of come together once you had the premise figured out.
Absolutely.
Right.
So and that doesn't really even come into costuming and makeup and all of those things, right? Like miking our actors is going to be another thing that we have 6 really nice studio lav microphones that we use, but we have more than that characters talking and acting at one time, so we have to use some backup equipment that we have and some other things. So technically the show is going to be difficult, which for me is another creative challenge that I'm excited about.
And
when it all works together, and it will work together,
it's within our reach.
It's going to be awesome.
So it's something that I think will just, as a package and experience, will be really fun for people to watch. And when you think about all these things in the mix, it's going to be such an experience. And we're all about immersion. And so I said, well, let's really get them in there. And so I'm thinking it's like the audience has got to think of themselves as not only the actual audience that's coming in for Mr. Black show, but they are the studio audience for Like It or Not, It's Family. So we're inviting you to come in and be a studio audience. It makes me think that if we wanted to really go crazy, we should set a show, a Mr. Black show, with us sort of playing ourselves, going into a Mr. Black show to go way meta. And
just Deadpool.
And it's like you're Evan Blagec playing Evan Blagec.
Hi, I'm John Malkovich and being John Malkovich.
we could get real confusing that way.
Yeah, it's already confusing.
We're already got our heads up our own
confused.
butts, you know.
I'm already like, wait, Sue Ellen Pinsky, who is that again? Oh,
Yeah.
that's Joy Carruthers. Okay, who's Joy Carruthers? Oh, that's KTL. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I understand now.
Yeah.
Right. So the show will absolutely make sense, and it is a lot of fun to watch. I think the only other thing that bears repeating is I've had this question actually already, because tickets are on sale right now at our website at MrBlackPresents.com/events. We'll talk about the ticketing in a second and what comes with your meal, or what comes with your ticket and the food and everything. So we're going to cover that in a second. But before that, the next question always had to be, how do we involve our audience? Because we want you, the audience, to always be as involved as you want to be. If you want to just sit back and watch the show, you can. If you want to get deep dive and be involved and engaged, you can. We're going to be playing, there's 4 acts in this show. In between each of the acts, I'm going to be coming back to you as Evan, the creative director of Mr. Black Presents. And if you've been to our shows before, our murder mystery shows, we're going to be playing our Who's the Killer murder mystery game. As a table, you will get to decide, in between each of the acts, you'll get to say, which character do I think is the killer? And at the end of the show, the table with the most right answers is going to win something special from us. And it'll probably be tickets to Halloween party. I don't know. It's gonna be something cool.
Got a lot of fun stuff coming up.
So we're gonna be doing that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And like I said, the next aspect of it was, how do we get as many people into here as possible, but also make it so we don't have people packed on top of each other, so everyone can enjoy the show. And there's a few different ticket types because of that. There's a few different table setups because of that. And do you want to talk about that right now?
Well, I think we just released what that looks like, and it was really fun to see how we're working that out in venue.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
that people have it's a big space, but you got to kind of make sure it works when we're thinking about the TV set and the live studio audience setup. Like who's able to see what, and making sure that it's a fun experience for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. So actually, to make it really simple, is I'm just going to throw that graphic up right here with the Magic of Cinema.
Take a look at it.
So that graphic that you're seeing right now, guys, that is what you're going to find on our website. Once you go through into the ticketing links, they're in there for the Friday and Saturday shows. But you'll see the dates there: Friday, August 28th and 29th, the venue, show times, all local cast, original script. It's a PG-13 show. You'll see all of that. So then you have the ticketing options, which are really the important pieces, and they're all laid out very well. You have your studio audience seating at $25. It explains everything that's in there: complimentary, whodunit ballot, bar access, overflow seating. You have your primetime table seating at $40, which is a reserved table. And in that, you'll have options to get dinner, the primetime TV dinner, which our friend Chef Rob is going to be preparing, which is awesome. Or you get the TV Guide snack pack, and there's photos of both of those at the bottom. We're going for that classic Hungry Man kind of style dinner, but of course Chef Rob and Venue 906 are going to elevate that menu in every good way. Even their TV snack box is going to be delicious. But if you want to go up above, we've got our VIP front row experience. So those are the 3 tables that are going to be right in front of the stage, and those 3 tables are going to give you the best view of everything that's going to be happening. And they're straight tables instead of round tables this time, which is cool. And then last but not least is the VIP deluxe package at $95, and that's, you're going to get VIP front row seating, primetime dinner is included, the TV snack pack is included later in the evening, so you have something to snack on later, and you get obviously that whodunit ballot. So with that, there's a lot of ticketing options available to you. For the $25 ticket, you can just come, watch the show, get drinks at the bar, and enjoy it. Or if you really want to be what I call our true believers, right, and you want to dig in, some of our friends, we've already got some of those VIP tickets have sold already.
Get the TV tray.
Yep.
The whole deal.
Yeah, you should. I really think you should. I think if you go to a Venue 906 event, especially one of ours, and you don't at Venue and you don't eat the food, you are missing out. Chef Rob and Brittany and everybody at Venue that put this together are culinary visionaries.
Absolutely.
And they're so good at what they do.
They've been waiting for this for a long time. So they're going to pull out all the stops for us to have a really good, just rounding out this experience. It's going to be so great.
So thank you guys for watching this. We really do appreciate it. If you haven't seen our first video, make sure you go further down in our description. I'll post a link below for the first video where we talk to Seth about the writing and the creative aspects of this show and all the cool stuff that comes along with that. Make sure to go to our Instagram at Mr. Black Events to find some really cool stuff there. You'll find all of the long forms of these videos. If they're not on our social medias, you will find them on our YouTube channel. I'll post a link for that below as well. And tickets currently are available. And those are on our website right down here at MrBlackPresents.com/events. Friday night and Saturday night tickets are available, but we're already have tickets sold. VIP tickets are selling, so do not wait. I do really believe this show is going to sell out. And I think it's going to do it sooner rather than later. So make sure you go over and get your tickets if you're wondering about that. And of course, the show that we're talking about is Mr. Black Presents a very special episode, which will be happening at Venue 906 on Friday, August 28th and Saturday, August 29th. Showtimes and information all on our website and all over our social media. So, Seth, thank you again, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you again. This is going to be so fun. We can't wait to see you at the end of August. Again,
super excited.
Thank you for the Braumart. Thank you to the Braumart Theater, as always, for hosting us. And we'll see you soon on the airwaves.
Yeah, we'll be right back.